Breaking news!
All the news right here. Don't go away.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I have some breaking news for you today. Today we're going to talk about some Sony Interactive Entertainment IP news. We're going to talk about, Super Mario World in Hollywood. We're going to talk about some delays, which unfortunately do happen from time to time. But we're going to talk about some Super Mario speedrun, kind of crazy stuff. So yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy, and we'll talk about some stuff. All right. So first of all, let me mention to you guys. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about Hitman too. I forgot. Let me mention the first story. Hitman. We're going to talk about Hitman first. If you're a fan of Hitman, you know that the trilogy came to an end officially with the release of Hitman 3. And of course, there'll be DLC and all that kind of stuff. But as of right now, IO Interactive has come out and said that Hitman will be taking a break as they focus on 007 games. But if you're a Hitman fan, don't freak out. That doesn't mean that Agent 47 won't come back. Matter of fact, the developers have said that they intend to bring him back. However, they're going to focus on the 007 license because if you did not know, IO Interactive got the 007 license and are able to make games with that license. And when asked about that, of course, the only thing they can really mention to anyone is that, that they're focused on making the best Bond game possible, and that they're not focused on one specific movie for inspiration. They're in fact amazed at how the producers have been able to reinvent themselves through the generations. Every specific Bond was a generational Bond. In the 60s it was Sean Connery, 70s it was Roger Moore. The 80s was defined by Roger Moore ending his career in the 80s, and of course Timothy Dalton, and then the 90s we had Pierce Brosnan, and then of course Daniel Craig. So they're focusing on making the best Bond game possible and drawing inspiration from the entire movie franchise as well as the books. But they're not allowed to talk about anything specific because obviously nothing's been officially announced yet. So don't panic if you're a Hitman fan. Agent 47 will come back, but this would be an awesome get for IO Interactive to be able to do the Bond franchise, because honestly I cannot wait to see what they can do with the franchise. The last really good James Bond game that we got was, in my opinion anyway, was Eon was done by EA, and it was Everything or Nothing. And the last time that they attempted any Bond game, I think was, I forget who had it, but Bloodstone. It was either Activision or EA that had it, and they left it as a cliffhanger, and yeah, never finished it and never finished the story. So let's just hope we get a good game. I'm really hopeful, and with the pedigree that IO Interactive has, I'm kind of excited about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. The article is by GameSpot, and all these articles, of course, you can see on my Twitter account at VNunchucks. You can take a look at them there, and of course, anything else we mention here as well, and some stuff we don't. So just keep that in mind as well. If you're not following me over there, you should. If you're a fan of Super Mario and Nintendo, and you've been wanting to visit Nintendo World in Japan, well, good for you. I can't travel that far. But in case you didn't know, Universal Studios Japan is not the only one that's going to have it. We're going to have Universal Studios Hollywood, Nintendo World, Super Nintendo Land, or whatever they're calling it. And we're going to have Super Nintendo World. I do apologize. And we're going to have Universal Studios Florida have a Super Nintendo World as well. So, yay. But in case you didn't know, construction, obviously, because of the COVID-19, COVID-19, it's been a long day, y'all. COVID-19 pandemic kind of slowed down production in Florida and in Hollywood, and as of right now, they're starting to get back in the swing of things in Florida, but Hollywood construction is actually in full swing and doing very, very well, and they may have to open a little bit later than they intended, but it says here in the article that the first Obviously, the first Super Mario World in Universal Studios Japan is ready to open for business. But of course, Orlando has had the locations there pretty heavily delayed by COVID-19. But it appears that work on Hollywood Park is coming along very nicely, and there are fan photographs of Super Mario World at Universal Studios Hollywood, and like you can see the wall and things like that, and all of that. And it looks, and according to all the information that they're able to gather, it looks like the delays are over for that construction, and Hollywood will be moving along quite nicely. As for the Florida park, Florida is starting to reopen slowly, and because of that, obviously construction will begin very, very shortly again on the Florida park. So if you're excited about Super Mario and being able to visit Super Mario World in any of those parks, we hopefully won't have to wait too much longer, and we'll be able to at least step foot in our video game franchises that we loved as a kid, or in some cases now, because we are kids. I'm just a big kid. I don't even care. I'm just a gamer. I'm looking forward to visiting. I'd like to. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so apparently it's a thing. And they're moving along really nice. Alright, so if you're a fan of zombie games, and specifically the Days Gone franchise, which, by the way, if you are not a PS Plus member, I'm sorry, but that game is actually available for PS Plus members right now on PS4. As well as if you're a PS5 owner, you can get it for free on the PS Plus collection. Just add it to your library, and you can download it and play it whenever you want, as long as you're a PS Plus member. That's fantastic. But Days Gone 2 reportedly is not going to be a thing. Apparently, Sony has decided that they are not going to move forward with plans for Days Gone 2. I'll read you a portion of the article. It says, PlayStation has rejected plans for a sequel to open world Sony bin title Days Gone. Then that's according to Bloomberg. Sony Interactive Entertainment's first-party development, according to the story, Sony's increasing focus on exclusive blockbusters has come at the expense of niche teams within its first-party organization. One such casualty is reportedly Sony Bend, which is claimed to have had a 2019 pitch for Days Gone 2 that was rejected. And it says, quote, although the first game had been profitable, its development had been lengthy and critical reception was mixed, so Days Gone 2 wasn't seen as a viable option, unquote. It says instead, the claims are that one team at the studio was assigned to help with a Naughty Dog multiplayer game, while a second group was assigned to work on a new Uncharted game with supervision from Naughty Dog. Now, I can't verify that because obviously nothing's been announced. However, it says because Ben's developers feared they might be absorbed into Naughty Dog, that they were asked to be taking off the Uncharted project and are now working on a new game of their own. Both the director and the art director for whatever game I'm talking about, Days Gone, I'm kidding, Days Gone, have come out and said that they had a pitch, like I said, back in 2019 that they simply just did not agree with, and that we do not know the future of the franchise going forward. It says, Sony Interactive Entertainment purchased Ben Studio in 2000, Days Gone released in 2019, and it was the first original IP in over 20 years for that particular developer. But sadly, sadly, it doesn't look like that's going to go forward. Now, we'll keep an eye on this because they could change their mind going forward if a pitch comes along. And again, this is Bloomberg, so I don't really trust Bloomberg's reporting a lot from personal experience because they tend to get some things wrong. So we'll just keep an eye on this to make sure. Anyway, and there's also reports that Naughty Dog is working on a remake of The Last of Us Part 1 for PlayStation 5, but we cannot confirm that at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. If you are a fan of Super Mario, which who's not, okay? Especially if you grew up in the 80s and 90s and whatever, and the first real home console that you had. I'm a little older than that. I won't date myself in this video, but it was the second console I had. So Nintendo Entertainment System was in my house, and I played Mario until finally one day I beat it and was really excited. But it appears that the quote-unquote perfect Super Mario Brothers speedrun has been beaten after 2 years. Which is incredible. The previous record, by the way, just for the record, the speed run for Super Mario Brothers from World 1-1 all the way to the end at 8-4, with, of course, probably warp zones and all that. The speed run was 4 minutes and 55 seconds. That record held and was the fastest anyone could beat the original Super Mario Brothers for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and it was predicted that there was no way that a person could go 4 minutes and 54 seconds. It's just not possible, and that record held for 2 years. That is until, of course, the Twitch streamer Nifski, Nifty, clocked in at 4 minutes 54 seconds and 948 milliseconds. It's now the fastest anyone has ever beat Super Mario Brothers, and Nifsky was quoted on his live stream as saying, "This is insane. It hit me, but it hasn't hit me fully yet. What have I done?" So it's kind of nuts. And just for the record, wow. You can actually see, as of right now, as of today, there's footage of a speedrun available either on YouTube or on his Twitch channel, Nifsky, and you can see how he achieved the record. And again, it's only 4 minutes and 54 seconds. You could sit down and do that before your popcorn got done. So this is insane, because I can remember going weeks trying to beat Super Mario, and then because you had to sit down and do it in a day, because if you didn't, there was no saves. You had to use warp zones, and you had to use all the tricks like getting the extra lives and all that kind of stuff. So dang, man, 4 minutes and 54 seconds. I could never do it. I mean, you guys, if you watched my video of this yesterday of Oddworld and me being a platformer, it's been a long time since Super Mario probably, and I just can't. Whoa. Anyway, that's unbelievable. So yeah, just check it out. It's probably worth seeing. There's actually an embedded video where you can see it in my Twitter account as well. So yeah, that's crazy. All right, so let's talk about some delays. Okay, Deathloop, that wonderful Arcane Studio game that looked like it would be Groundhog Day for Assassins. Okay, if you don't know what Groundhog Day is, Bill Murray, look it up. It's okay. But Groundhog Day for Assassins, or otherwise known as Deathloop, has been delayed from May 21st, original release date, to September the 14th. They announced that on Twitter yesterday afternoon, and it says, "We'll be using the extra time to accomplish our goal to create a fun, stylish, and mind-bending player experience, and we apologize for the extended wait, and thank you all for your passion and excitement for the game." The art director, you know what? Mercy. The art director and the game director said that the delay was a very hard decision, and explains that we need to do everything we can to ensure the health and safety of everyone at the studio. So apparently, again, it's a COVID-19 delay, which is not surprising. Let's just hope that it's not pushed back into next year sometime, because honestly, we need some PS5 games to play. I'm just saying. I'm playing remakes at this point just to have something to do. Other than this game right here, if you didn't see Oddworld, if you haven't gotten onto PS Plus and gotten your Oddworld for PS5, do it. I'm actually impressed with it. It's funny. There's some really neat mechanics in this, and if you guys want to see more of it, this is only the first level. If you want to see more of it, let me know by watching that video, liking that video that I posted yesterday. But I'm enjoying it anyway, even if not everybody else is. Also, I will announce a release that's coming out very shortly. Not only is MLB 21 coming out on the 20th of this month, and you'll finally be able to play it on Xbox Series X and S. I've said that like a bazillion times already. But also, if you're a Mass Effect fan, on the 14th of May, Mass Effect Trilogy Remastered will be coming out on PS4 and Xbox One, I think, as well. But you also, because of backwards compatibility, can play it on your PS5 or Xbox Series of console, which is fine, which is great. And I was kind of excited when they said that Deathloop would be delayed, because I'm a gamer, so I try to get games, that I can play on the channel, that I can review for you guys and stuff like that. And I kept thinking, well, if Mass Effect comes out on the 14th, and then they got 2 weeks later, Deathloop is coming out, I think I'm going to miss that one, and I don't want to do that. So now I get a chance to not miss that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm happy about it, just as long as they push it out until next year. So yeah, there's that. Now, I did mention in my video yesterday that we didn't have a video on Monday because of things going on here at the house, my wife's health and all that kind of stuff. So we will be making up for that video tomorrow. There will be a video for you guys to watch tomorrow if you want to. I appreciate you guys being patient with us and all that kind of stuff. It's just been a kind of crazy couple of weeks and everything. So far, everything's fine. She's fine. She just got she's got some health issues we got to figure out. And it's been a big deal. A big couple of weeks. It's not a big deal. She's healthy. She just got to figure out why certain things are happening. So anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Hope this video finds you well, and we will see you in the next video. Don't forget, though, if you did like the video, and if I did entertain you in any capacity, consider dropping a like. It's very much appreciated when you do. Consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell, because every Monday through Friday, unless, of course, real life gets in the way, which occasionally happens, I try to put up videos for you guys, and gameplay, reviews, opinion pieces, stuff like that, news updates like this one. So if gaming interests you at all, consider subscribing. You can also talk to me in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about the news stories we mentioned. If I missed one that you think I should cover, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll look it up and we'll talk about it. But you can follow me on twitch.tv/VirtualNunchucks, over on Twitter @VNunchucks, where you can see all these articles, plus some that I didn't mention that I always post over there. And love to have you guys along for the ride. And Facebook.com/VirtualNunchucks. Hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you very, very, very soon. Thanks, guys.
And that's a wrap of today's news.